This is the opening statement we made today for the defence, which we made at the beginning of our evidence in the trial of the Pine Gap pilgrims who went in to pray and lament at Pine Gap. Good morning, everyone. We're talking to the jury. I've been asked to outline our case to you on behalf of my friends. We have agreed certain facts about what we did, which you have received, to assist you and to assist the court. We speak to you as our neighbours and our peers. As ordinary people, we want you to understand why we were so near the Pine Gap military base, playing music and praying. But we need to explain to you why we are not criminals and why our actions were not criminal acts, but rather peaceful efforts to prevent other harms from taking place. Should be noted, we are not asking the court to assume the function of Parliament. We understand that that is not the role of the court. Over the past 10 years, we have learned much more about the functional operations of Pine Gap. In the past, we only knew small pieces of information about that place in the McDonnell Ranges, just near here, which had been gathered from academics watching closely but studying from afar. Much of the information we will present in our testimonies is closely related to what is already on the public record. It has to be, because that's all we have access to. We will reveal to you, the jury, that the operations uncovered at Pine Gap are harmful, cause suffering, and are arguably illegal under Australian and international law. Strangely, it's often through the denial of information by government that our beliefs are seemingly substantiated. The authorities admit over and over that they are hiding something for themselves and for the United States. We were certainly of sincere belief that what happens at Pine Gap constitutes actual harm being done to human beings, people like you and us. It was our firm belief that information found in documents released by Edward Snowden and associated journalists as early as 2013 is factual information, and we studied those documents. This information can be found through the ABC, Fairfax, and various mainstream websites. We will present evidence as to the decentralised but interconnected nature of intelligence gathering and military operations by the US globally that closely binds Pine Gap to harms done. The connection is this. At Pine Gap, data is collected and processed from satellites orbiting high above and relayed to the US military to provide real-time targeting, information for bombing runs and targeted drone assassination program, resulting in death, suffering, and property destruction on a vast scale. The emergency confronting us is the escalation of illegal killing of individuals and the destruction of communities outside any rule of law. This plays out not right here in our community, not here, but far away in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Syria, Iraq, and Yemen by the military systems of the US and Australia. The military conduct drone-based killings and broad-scale bombings of cities and towns without declaration of war, and there's no end in sight. It seems we have entered the age of perpetual violence, and Pine Gap is integral to that. We will show that we and our friends have attempted to point this out to the authorities over and over and over. You will hear that what is happening is illegal because it is extrajudicial. That is, actions are carried out without legal process, without legal authority, and outside the rule of law. You, the jury, don't need to decide about that directly, whether or not it's illegal, only to acknowledge that the understanding we developed was well-founded, and we sincerely believe that understanding was true, that real crimes were occurring in September 2016, and that illegal actions and untold suffering requires stopping. We will present our belief through our own testimony. We will present how that belief was formed over time through study, as well as our own